human and otherwise, love the country, understand the celebration that is happening here, and then take our cinema to the world. I think that's what a solution would be. Or the easier one, I read one speech here, many of the speeches which say that every sixth person in the world is Indian. There is another solution to this. We can pass a law, if the government agrees, or the various governments agree. Right now we have lots of governments, pass a law that says that we should all make vigorous love from 12 in the noon till 4 in the morning. Produce so many Indians that not every sixth person is an Indian, every person is an Indian. That would take about 40-60 years. It would not be an imagination that will be fulfilled. My final imagination is I would like to have the Oscars in India. I would like it to be sponsored by Reliance or Aditya Birla Group. Sounds good. Should be held in the Ramlila grounds in Delhi. Yeah, it should be held perhaps in the Andheri Sports Complex in Mumbai. I imagine dancing at the Oscar ceremony, showing my abs to Dard Disco. I imagine, okay, this is very personal. I imagine getting the Oscar award from Charlize Theron, even though she can't pronounce my name. And I think that imagination can come true. Like I said, I have no solutions, just a lot of imagination. I would like to get an Oscar by India, in India, for the world. And hopefully that will come through. And that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel.
All right. So then, should we just start our Q&A now?
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Ask me again. And one more thing, please don't expect me to give intelligent answers. I'll just. I'm here for entertainment, Shobna told me, so I have to make a fool of myself.
I know, but you sounded very intelligent. I
got the words right.
I was going to talk about sex, but you've spoken. Now we'll have to talk about sex, I suppose, with the way with the way you've gone about speaking about the entertainment industry. But thank you; those were wonderful thoughts. You said something interesting about filmmakers, wanting to kind of pursue the West in a certain sense. Though I personally believe when you attempt a crossover film and you cross, it's really over, because that's what invariably happens when you try and alter your format. You try and. But are you trying to say that we should kind of meet halfway in terms of control the length, go without the songs maybe, or just alter the themes, thematically change our content?
I think I truly believe this, that we have some really nice stories to tell. I think we have an amazing amount of culture to show. But how we have formatted small things like, when we go for a dinner in England or in America, we do wear the black suit and tie if we are asked to. So what I'm trying to say is let's follow the dress code that is existing in the world, because that is the larger market at this point of time. And if we need to cut down the film length to 90 minutes, we keep the songs. I think songs are beautiful. But if we can format our films in a way that suits watching it internationally, even the storytelling, and to be very honest, we don't have any scientific screenplay writers in India. I think that needs to be developed, and it can be developed if we take help from the Western writers. They have converted this art form into a science. And I think if we are able to, they have films in acts, Act 1 and Act 2. We have films in all kind of strange systems. I've never had an Act 1. We do everything. We sing, we dance, we cut the film somewhere. It's great fun, but I think it's not the format that the international community or the audience is looking for. So if we can change that format, keep our content, and halfway, yes. And I think the most important aspect is we have to tell the world that we are the largest filmmaking nation. Please come here and enjoy our facilities, but we don't have any facilities to offer. I think if we develop that, it would help us in a lot.
So what you're trying to say is never sacrifice the domestic, our domestic market, and just tweak it a bit so that we can cater to wider eyeballs.
No, not at all. I think the world is looking at our market, so we should not in any which way ignore our market. Our market is the biggest now, and it will become bigger. I think we have to look at us first, and then let the people, everyone from international filmmaking community is also coming here already to market their films. I think what we need to tell them is that we are also making films which are marketable abroad, and learn from them and take it further.
But as you said, so much focus on India. Now, what's happening in our entertainment industry is huge in terms of, we have corporate houses taking a huge interest in us. We have the foreign studios who are basing themselves in India now. There are co-productions, and, there's monies just being floating around, huge kind of monies. There's a huge rise in our business. And is all this a reality? Is it like the .com bubble that will burst, or is it here to stay?
No, I think money is good. I like money. Everyone likes money. But I think the idea is that it's kind of a seeding process which happened when people say the .com went bust. Finally, it is showing that the digital domain is here to stay. It has progressed. I think everyone knows that entertainment or telecommunication or all the words we hear that next thing will be telephone is going to be the big thing. Everyone knows all this is going to be the big thing in entertainment. Only thing is we need to figure out how. How is it going to be? I think the .com didn't bust, just we didn't know how to use it. Now we know how to use it, so it's there to stay. Similarly, I think right now with all the corporates and international finances coming into every aspect of Indian economy, including entertainment, I think it's like a seeding process. People who want to tell good stories in an organized fashion, and corporations are going to bring organization into the film industry. It already has a lot in the last 5 years. I think if we understand that organizational skill of the corporates, utilize the money nicely and properly, it'll serve as a seeding process, and the guys who tell good stories, filmmakers, actors, actresses, producers who want to tell good stories, they will remain. Some of them will get waylaid on the way. I think some of them will get sacrificed at the altar of just having a lot of money and not knowing what to do with it, which happens in all the